Mobility matters. The first surprising aspect of Jett's kit that has evolved to be crucial for pro rosters is her mobility. At first,
right. The only reason pro rosters value her ability or mobility is because she's the only agent in the game with that mobility. Name me another agent with such mobility that could rival Jett's. The closest one you could get to, or get close to Jett's mobility, is Omen's teleport. That's it. Nothing could stop a Jett's mobility. Nothing. Name me one thing in the game that could stop Jett from dashing. Please name me one thing. Like for flashes, you have multiple people with flashes. You have Phoenix, you have Omen, But for Jett, she's the only one with the mobility in the game where mobility is non-existent. So then you could wonder, why does pro teams want mobility? Well, it's because no one could counter that mobility, and she's the only one with the mobility.
It was obvious how this evolved with the operator playstyle to extend further than any other agent, with how she can dash out of what otherwise would be a very easily tradable angle, but it didn't stop there. Jett's mobility isn't only to deny easy trades, though it does do that too. As the meta has evolved, Tailwind and Updraft can sometimes even be used together aggressively for team execute plays.
Right, okay. So she's good in solo queue. She's not team reliant because she has so much mobility. She's also good in while you push as a team. So what's her weakness? What is she bad at? There has to be a weakness to Jett to make her balanced. What's her weakness? What, her lack of sustain? Like, come on now. Most good Jett players, quote unquote good, like could 1v5 even with barely enough HP, because her mobility could basically negate most of the damage that you would take, right? And if you are low on HP, you must have did a 1v4 or something where you're just really fucking bad at aiming. So back to my original point, what is her weakness? What about Jett's kit makes her bad or balanced or skilled that Riot refuses to nerf her?
Look at this execute onto B site by Cloud9. Here Jett is taking point on a true carry role. It's very commonplace. Play requires utility to in conjunction with your team. There's also the matter that her defensive escapes are more relevant than I think most players originally thought. There are a lot of effective offensive abilities in Valorant now. At launch, this wasn't apparent when Sage and Cypher defenses were insane. Back then, the game looked like CS with a few abilities tossed in, but after seeing the furious ability combos of a team like Sentinels, high-level Valorant rounds can play out surprisingly close to Overwatch teamfights with how hard and fast abilities are deployed. This is most evident in those kind of...
Right. There's one of the ways you could abuse Jett's ultimate. You could just pull it out and just use it right on the spot. There's nothing to stop you. There's no delay. It's nothing like Sova's ult. Sova's ult is like the same thing. It's just a better weapon, but there's consequences for using it or misusing it. What's the consequence of Jett? She pulls it out. She has a long range left click and a short range shotgun burst of a right click, and her ult resets on every kill. Back to what I was saying, what is her weakness? I don't see any weaknesses to her besides the fact that she can't sustain herself. Like, come on. Like for Reyna, similar to Jett, what's her weakness? She can't play as a team because she has two blinds, and if she doesn't have those blind eyeballs, she could not frag for herself. She cannot push him by herself. She needs her team to back her up. What's like Phoenix's weakness? Well, Phoenix is like in the middle ground. He's not the best at dueling, and he's not the best at denying space or line of sight. He's okay at both, right? But you have Jett. Jett is good at everything. She's bad at nothing. What? How does that work? She has to be bad at something, and people who play her, that say she's very quote unquote skilled, are full of shit. They never played a skilled agent in her life, in their fucking life. People who say Jett is skilled, does not know what they're fucking talking about. Jett is the least skilled agent. She's a beginner agent. She is the Garen of Valorant. Like, if she was actually quote-unquote skilled, low elo players should not be able to use her and carry with her, like Reyna, because Reyna doesn't take too much skill. You just shoot and Q for health. But just go into a silver match, a gold match, and count the amount of times you could see a Jett on the enemy team or on your team. Alright? Just count. Start counting. How many Jett? Or you could play, every time you see a Jett, take a shot of vodka, something, or a shot of fucking gasoline. I don't fucking care. Count how many times. Jett is in low elo and high elo. It's not like Leaf, where a Garen is dominant in iron through gold or plat, and then he drops off. His win rate and pick rate drops off and dips into diamond through challenger, but not Jett. Jett is used throughout all the ranks. So how do you make a case that she takes skills when the worst players in the fucking games could use her with no problem?
Key rounds that will have a major economic impact where both teams are expending ultimates to try to win it. And in those cases, if you play without a Jett, your most aggressive player can often struggle to have the outplay potential needed to survive late into some of these rounds. This next clip explains perfectly what I mean. Notice how Hwin can play with an op and shorty in positions almost no other agent would dare. Then
Right. How could you punish her? She buys an op. The op is supposed to be a coin flip of a weapon. You either dominate with it or you lose hard with it, but not Jett. Jett could utilize the op with a shorty. Now she has no weaknesses now, right? She has 0 weakness. If you're too close to her, she could dash away or use the shorty. If you're too far away from her, she could op. What's her weakness? Please someone tell me in the comment section. What is her weakness that you guys are talking about? What's the difficulty of playing Jett? It takes at least 2 matches to get used to what she does. And that's it. Please someone fucking tell me what's so hard about using Jett. Because I'm sitting here boggled. I'm fucking confused. Like, people in the Valorant community just love talking about how hard Jett is. And I'm failing to see how hard she actually is.
even after the initial C9
Look at how far she's pushed up with the fucking op. Any other agent who does this shit will get punished for sure. She got abuse the word is abuse her mobility. All right, abuse. It's not utilize. It's abuse. She has one to her left and one to her right. Whichever one peeks her is gonna die, and she's just gonna E away. She's gonna smoke and E away, consequence free, and then she could do the same shit again.
defense gets the first 2 picks. Quinn.
You see that? She could have gotten the one to the left. It would have been one shot, and she could peek to the right, get the cipher if the cipher didn't drop, and quickly peek to the left, another shotgun blast, and dash away. And his team and the Brim could play up. Like this should have been a trade. The Omen should have traded the Jett in a balanced world where none of the fucking Reddit browsers on r/Valorant circle jerk each other off about Smurf and shit.
Aggressively tailwinds in front of the backside player to throw off his aim, letting player 1 on.
Right. Why would you add mobility into a game that's already Bloom? That already is Bloom reliant. It's like Fortnite if you could fucking fly. It's like if Fortnite has a flying mechanic. Oh, now good luck shooting her. Like, the fuck? Why would you have Bloom and mobility in the same game? It's like if you have Bloom in Overwatch, have fun killing that Tracer with Genji, fucking retard. Like, you can't catch them. So the two mechanics already collide with each other, but people on our Valorant is just too fucking dumb to call it out. Everyone just want to drool over how good and how quote-unquote skilled Jett is.
On the Brimstone, clean up the kills, and now, with the site controlled, a masterful Jett pilot like Quinn has all of the opportunity to close out this round, even though they're in a 2v3. The space is plenty enough to work with. With 2 HP, he can hold the angle, looking for the insta-kill.
Right, look at this aggressive angle. No other agent can afford to hold this angle besides him, or besides Jett. Name me another agent that can abuse this angle. This is very open, at least 60% of her body exposed. She's 2 HP, but guess what? she has a dash, and she has an op. So she could afford to abuse this angle, no problem. But what can the enemy do to counter her? Nothing. There's nothing the enemy could do to counter her.
Op
right?
shot,
What?
land it, then tailwind away from the...
What? A normal ability for an ultimate. A dash trade for an ultimate. How's that fair? Someone tell me how that is fair. What is so skillful about that play? What is so skillful about that play? I stand still, I look at a point, and I click left click, and I press E. What is so skillful about that play? Someone tell me, please. What is so skillful?
The showstopper, which otherwise would have definitely killed him if he was playing any other agent. Simple as. Player 1 plays a pivotal role holding the backside cubby angle, but it's the Jett carry angle that forces the showstopper out into...
Look, now she could afford to push up. Now she could push up. She has 2 HP, by the way. 2 HP. But because she has a shorty, she could afford to push up
open into a
like
spot that can be dodged, that will secure
the... She could also use her ult if she really have to.
This round.
But
if
look.
win is on any other agent, either he or the Brimstone backside in the round. And as if the rest of all of this wasn't enough, time for our last section. Knives might be OP. Whether it's...
Might be OP, it is OP. The fuck are you talking about? What's not OP about the knife? You even said later that it could be used in a save round to get your team ahead, even though your team could fuck it up so fucking badly the round before and go fucking broke. Alright? And you have to go eco round. But because of the Jett ult, you guys are saved.
It's Blade Storm's carry potential to close out a round, or simply as a great option on low buys to boost your team's lethality on save rounds. Jett's ult has the highest potential impact in the game. And when you combine it as well with the arsenal of weaponry Jett can have...
Yeah, the arsenal. The arsenal is right. Name me one bad weapon she can't use. Like, she could use every weapon in the game. She could use every weapon in the game. Every weapon to good success. Doesn't matter what weapon's on the floor, she could pick it up and she could abuse it to the fullest potential. Name me another agent that could do that. Please, someone, name me another agent that could do that.
She can always have the right tool for the job, whether it's the op...
Right, always the right tool for the job. How's that skill? How? If your agent is so good at solo pushing, at team pushing, she could use any gun in the game. As I said, what is her weakness? What makes her weak? What makes her balanced? There has to be something that makes her weak. What is that thing that makes her weak? Alright? It better be a really good weakness that people could exploit. Because right now I don't see it. And people who watches Wardell, the Wardells, the Tens, the Asus just like to fucking sniff their own fart and have their head up their ass about how good and how skilled Jett is. Alright?
A shorty, or her ultimate, she can play the raid boss role unlike any other agent and use her mobility to always get the engagement distance that works best for the situation. No clip shows this off better than Dicey's insane last second clutch to steal the bomb away, dash into the teleport.
Look at that. That was such a dumb play. Who could have done that besides a Jett? Who could have done that? His team fucked up. That should have been the end of the round. But because Jett has such mobility, and this isn't CS where there's actually you could spray him down, he gets away scot-free, and now Phoenix has to chase him.
To get the bomb down with just a second left, get up to the ultimate.
Oh, now she has an ult for close range fights as well. That's even better. Alright, she doesn't have to drop her up. She gets to keep it, and now she has a dash and 2 smokes to play around with her ult. That's far range and close range. If her op even runs out of ammo for the long range. Alright.
And secure multiple insta-kills with it in order to clutch a round. If everything else hasn't proven this point to you, it's these insane highlights where players actually can put their team on their backs to secure otherwise unwinnable rounds.
Boom. That's so skilled. How? Is that even fun to watch? How is that skilled? She just walked around and right-clicked. How is that skilled? How is that skilled? How is the best players in the top of Valorant rank could abuse her, could use her, whatever? Like, how? How? It doesn't take skills to use her. You don't have to think about it. You just do it. I peaked gold 2 and I'm now a hard stuck bronze, and I could see it with my own fucking eyes that she does not take skills. All right, all of you who say she takes skills have your head up your ass. All right, listen, she doesn't take skills. Just because the majority say she takes skills doesn't mean she takes skills, alright? It's just a hive mind thinking, alright? And you gotta get your head out your ass and think for yourself. Actually play her, alright? She doesn't take skills. She could do the most stupid shit and get away with it.
Which is how, especially in the culmination of the Ignition series, it seemed like, especially throughout the group stages, but even as the tournament went on, to the end of it, a lot of high-level Valorant is defined by who gets their Jett to pop off more. At least a...
Wow, that sounds fun, right guys? High Valorant gameplay is where every team has the same one agent over and over again. And whoever has that agent has the better Jett wins. That sounds fun, right guys? You know, not the team comp. If you have the better team comp and then the worst Jett, you lose. You lose. Wow, that's so fun, guys. I want to watch that. Wow, you guys are so fun. Just nerf the Jett already, please. Stop being a bunch of fucking cucks. Just nerf the Jett, all right? Maybe we're down my star for a few days by not milking the fucking shit out of Jett, but please, just do us all a favor, Riot, and nerf Jett.
A lot of the time in the most recent meta. That may have changed now that a character like Breach has been buffed to attempt to have a stun that can answer the operator. Perhaps he having a bigger force in the metagame might be able to slow Jett down, but since she dodges everything else in the game, I don't see why she won't necessarily dodge his abilities as well.
Right, you know how to nerf her? You don't make her E rechargeable. That's the first thing. She has 1 E for 1 round. If she wastes it, she's fucked. Alright? That's the first thing. And make the dash distance shorter. Make it shorter by 50%. By 25 to 50%. And you go from there. I will go extreme. I will go to the extreme side. You nerf her E distance by 50%. Alright? It's not a lot. In my opinion, it's not a lot. Because she's already so good. And we're not even talking about her smokes and her ult. So if you want to nerf her, you nerf her mobility first by 50%. If she's still too OP,
but
you nerf her ult next. Actually, no. You nerf her E and her ult at the same time. So her ult isn't rechargeable. If you use it, you use it. That's it. Where her ult could every 2 kills is rechargeable. All right, something like that. Okay. No 1 kill and all 5 are up. Where every kill you get 1. Or 2, where it can only be recharged after you use 3 of them to recharge maybe 2. That's it, nothing more. All right, and you can't put it away either. All right, that's the dumbest shit I heard. If she pulls it out, she pulls it out. She can't put it back away, and make it have a drop off distance of 20 to 30 meters. After that, it drops off to 20 damage at most to the body and 50 at most to the head. That's it.
That brings me to my closing comment. Is this a good thing? Discussion around Jett's power has heated.
No, this is not a good thing. You know why? No one can match her. There's nothing to match her. And it's so fucking annoying to deal with in solo queues. Nothing could stop her. Nothing. As I said in the beginning of the video, nothing could stop her. There's nothing to stop her. She has no weakness. She's good with every weapon. Her kit could be used as for the team and for yourself. This is not a good thing. A jack of all trade agent is not a good thing. She's a duelist. She's not a controller. All right, she can't be played. Like, come on now.
Heated up in the high-level community because when you put the skill required to unlock her.
What's the skill required to unlock her? Please tell me what's the skill required to unlock her. You don't need any map knowledge to use her, alright? So there's no skill there. You need aim? Oh, of course you need aim. This is a first fucking person shooter. Everyone needs aim. What else does she need? What else does she possibly need? She's not a Brim, where the molly and the smoke requires map knowledge. She's not a Sova. no map knowledge for, Sova requires map knowledge for the arrows and angles and shit. Okay, he's not an Omen either. All right, okay, we could boil her down to Reyna, where Reyna is all gunplay. She has nothing else besides the ability to frag out. But she could do that plus smoke. Okay, plus Reyna's ability runs out. Even though Reyna's ultimate is powerful, it's reliant on her E and Q, which shares charges. Even if she has her ult, eventually her Q is gonna run out. Only 4, but not Jett. Jett could reset her ult every time, right? Right, every time, every kill, boom, reset. Plus you could get your E dashes back as well. Boom, boom, boom. That's how. This is not a good thing, and if you think it's a good thing, you gotta get your fucking head out your ass.
And learn all the plays that increase her value. She does look like a...
Look at that. Look at that. What kind of fucking play was that? That shit is so risky. She should have been punished for that, but of course she doesn't, because she's Jett.
Superhero compared to the rest of the other agents in the game. They're...
No, it's not. It's not quite like a superhero. It's almost like a middle schooler trying to box a professional MMA fighter. That's more like it. It's not like a superhero. All right.
We're playing attack shooter, she's playing an arena shooter. On paper, that might not seem fair, and I definitely see the view of a pro who wants Valorant to play closer to its slower attack shooter roots, but as a fan who understands the skill cost to achieve this newfound strength of Jett, I'd almost rather more high skill carry type
good. More high skill carry agents in a team-based game. I don't see anything wrong with that either. But, well, there better be a way to counter Jett's mobility and everything she has, which there isn't. So I'd rather not see Jett in the game. Plus, there's no ban system. Oh, gee, Riot's a bunch of fucking cucks. There's no ban system on agents because a certain agent are just good on certain maps and certain strategies require that agent. Well, wouldn't we like to see some more innovation in the game besides the same 5 agent over and over again? Wouldn't you agree? I wouldn't want to see a Cypher and Brim on every single fucking map. At least switch it up with the Omen and the Killjoy. Right? I wouldn't like to see a Reyna and Jett every map. I would like to see some Phoenix, some Raze. Like, switch the shit up. Either make her bannable or nerf her. Well, actually, no. You make her bannable and you nerf her. Because she's way too good right now.
Agents be added rather than lower the power of this in the game. It's hype to see. It makes Valorant gameplay feel more unique.
Well, yeah, unique for the one person that's abusing Jett and miserable for everyone else who has to go against her.
And really does add that Riot tint onto the attack shooter genre. It reminds of League of Legends, where by design the champions fit into distinguished roles and the team comps are asymmetrical in nature. In that system, Jett's the carry, and Omen, Cypher, and Sova may be the supporting cast to help create space and opportunities for Jett to shine. Frankly, that's a world I can live with.
Oh, good, because this is a world I can live with, all right? If you ever even played League, you know the carry role for League is the ADC. And the ADC only comes online, let's say, after 20 minutes. Alright, he only comes online after 20 minutes after he buys like 1 or 2 items. Alright, but not Jett. Jett could come online as soon as round 1. Buys a shorty on defense, pushes up, 2 kills, 1 to 2 kills, dashes back. Boom. That's it. Second round, she could even buy the judge. Dashes forward, boom, boom. Back. Or go forward, boom, boom. Dashes back. How? You do not need your team to play around Jett. Jett could play around herself. She has the smokes. She could create space for herself. In League, the ADC cannot create space for himself. He needs the support, or the top laner, or the jungler, or the mid laner to all play around him, or her, to survive. And there is a clear weakness in League that defines the role. Jett has no clear weakness. I don't know how many times I have to say it. Whoever is narrating this video has no fucking clue what he's talking about, alright? He's just reading off a script. Alright? And I'm going scriptless. I'm just saying what the fuck I feel. I don't give a fuck about what anyone feels. Because I'm sick and tired of people in the Valorant community that keep telling me, oh, Jett takes a lot of skills. Only the top percentage of players could use it. Only the Wardells, the Asus could use it. No, that's not it. People who say that have no fucking idea what they're talking about, alright? Have you ever been to low elo, gold, gold, bronze, silvers? Jett is still a prevalent pick. Alright? It's still a prevalent and reliable pick. She doesn't turn into shit when she's used by a bronze player, alright? Alright? She's still good. So please tell me, how is she skilled if she's still used by every single player in every single rank? Hop into a ranked match right now. Tell me if there's a Jett. There must be a Jett on your team or the enemy team. No matter what elo you're in.
I say that's a strong template for Valorant to be a pretty intense...
Look at that. What?
esport moving forward, where you can have designated carry roles who are built to make use of this.
Right, designated carry role. That has to be weak really early. She has to be really weak. You know what? I would even say her dash should be her ultimate, and her E should be something else. Her entirely, and just remove the ultimate together, or make the dash even longer in distance. I mean, all right, because this Jett is not it. She is not it. She is the cancer of Valorant. She is what stops me from playing, enjoying the game. She's just so fucking AIDS to deal with, I can't play the game.
The space that other agents provide, that works for me. I, for one, accept our new Jett overlords. Let us know what you think in the comment section down below.
Well, you guys know what I think, and it's not good. It's not good. Valorant, Riot, get your shit together. Clickhead, please make a more intelligible video, alright? Or not intelligible, that's not even a word. More opinionated video, alright? Please, fuck.